Cops often believe they have unlimited authority, but they are proven wrong when confronted by their superiors, or sometimes one or a few pay grades less than them. Just like this officer who was arrested by his colleague.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. What's the hurry?
I'm just in my way to work. I have like 11 minutes left.
You have 9 minutes left?
Yeah, I
Okay.
go in at 12.
Okay, and also, you're not staying in your lane.
I'm sorry, boss. I have a low tire. That's all it is.
Come back here and talk to me real quick.
Yeah.
Come back here.
The officer who went over 100 miles per hour was later identified as Jordan Hernandez, who had been with the Albuquerque police for 3 years. Soon after pulling him over, the officer could observe signs of impairment from Jordan.
Yeah, so you're doing so stand right here. So did you even see me on the freeway?
I didn't see you. I'm sorry.
Okay. You didn't see me at all?
No, sir.
You didn't see me at all?
No, I didn't.
Okay, well, you're doing a $112, and I turned around. I actually saw you in the median. I turned around, and I've been chasing you probably since the 2:12-ish.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So, do you do a favor? You have your weapon on you, right?
What's that?
You have your weapon on you?
Yes, sir.
Let's put it in your car real quick.
Okay.
And your taser. Come back here.
Yes, sir.
Over here. When does shift start?
12, sir.
12? Okay, start here. So, Mr. Hernandez, where are you coming from?
Las Lunas.
Where do you live at in Las Lunas?
What's that?
Where do you live at?
Hunting ranch.
Officer Jordan was heading over to his late shift, and the other officer could smell alcohol on his breath. That's when he asked him to do the field sobriety test.
Why can't you stay in one lane?
Because I'm trying to log on to all my stuff and everything like that.
Okay. So when did you start logging into it?
Honestly, I can show you. Like, I've been trying to log on and doing all my other stuff. That's the only reason.
Mr. Hernandez, when did you last drink alcohol?
Yesterday.
Okay, I'm gonna check your eyes real quick.
Okay.
Put your toes together. I'm gonna check your eyes.
Okay.
So nothing drink recently?
No, sir.
Okay, any major head injury?
Just a headache recently, but nothing crazy.
Okay. When did you graduate the academy?
About 3 years ago, sir.
Okay. Was I one of your instructors?
What's that?
Was I one of your instructors?
No, sir.
Okay. See my fingertip?
Yes, sir.
Follow my fingertip with your eyes only. And don't move your head.
Yes.
So, Mr. Hernandez, can you explain why I would smell alcohol from your breath?
I don't know why, sir.
Okay, here we go. Don't move your head. Mr. Hernandez, do you have a license?
On me, yeah.
Can I see it?
The officer could see his eyes bouncing off, which is a clear sign of impairment. Jordan stood in the middle of the road as the cop kept checking his eye.
Okay. Don't look at my knuckle, look at my fingertip, okay? Okay, same thing, I'm going up and down. Follow my fingertip.
Yep.
Mr. Hernandez, 2 more quick tests. We'll possibly get you on your way.
The officer was almost certain that Hernandez was over the limit, but he kept doing the required tests, starting with the walk and turn test, which revealed his actual condition.
Directly in front. Hands at your sides.
Can I take off my mask?
You,
I can't see it over my bag.
sure, go ahead.
Okay. Can I put them on your hood?
You can put them in your car.
Okay. Sorry, I can't see over my hood. Or my mask.
Any questions?
No, sir.
fully understand what I want you to do?
Yes, sir.
Next up will be step number 1.
1, 2, 3, 4, 9. 1, 2, 3,
All fine.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
And just like that, the officer proceeded with the third test, where Jordan had difficulty lifting his leg.
Any questions?
No, sir.
Do you fully understand?
Yeah, can I?
Sure, you can face whichever way you want. Whenever you're ready, I'll tell you when to stop.
1001, 1002, 1003,
Okay, come over with me.
Apart from these tests, the officer also had some pretty simple tests for Jordan as he was following the protocol.
Yes, sir.
Come backwards from the number 58 to 43 backwards.
Yes, sir.
Don't sing them. Don't sing them.
Don't sing them?
Yeah, just come backwards.
Okay. 58, 57, 56, or sorry, 40 or 58 to where?
43.
43, okay. 58, 57, 56, 55, 54, 53, 52, 51, 50, 49, 48, 47, 46, 44, 45, 44, 43.
You done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The alphabet.
Yes, sir.
Starting with the letter H as in Henry, stopping at the letter R as in Robert. Recite them forward. Don't sing them.
H star,
H star.
HIJKLMNOPQR.
Despite completing these tests with greater control, the officer had already made his decision as he proceeded to arrest his fellow officer for drunk driving.
Mr. Hernandez, I believe that you're well over the legal limit.
Okay.
Okay, go and take up your. So I will do the favor of that. Would you disagree with me?
I wouldn't agree with you, sir.
No, I said would you disagree with me?
I would disagree with you.
Okay.
Can I put it in my unit?
Sure. Did you do great in the fields? No. Do you know how to do the field sobriety test? Yes. Your speech. I've never heard you speak. The strong odor. Your eye movements. Okay.
Okay, but my eye movement and nothing else. Like,
Okay.
I'm not going to argue.
Well, I know you're not.
I'm good. Here.
Officer Jordan felt as if he had been hard done by the officer because he had passed the field sobriety test. However, the officer couldn't get over his blurry eye and the smell of alcohol.
Do you want me to give him a call?
We'll call him in a minute.
You honestly, you don't need to do all that. Like, I can.
Well, you can have your gun belt. Yeah.
What do you want?
Or this thing?
Yeah.
Did that come off?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we're going to take it out.
Okay. Do you want me to put it in my unit?
Yeah. Do you have a t-shirt? Do you have a t-shirt?
Yeah.
Let's check out the APD.
Okay.
Go. Face front of my police car? Yep. Lower your hands.
The officer refused to give a breath test and was just taken to the police station.
You take our test. I'm asking for a breath test.
No, sir.
Okay, sir, I cannot force you to take our test, but if you refuse, you will lose your next driver's license or non-resident operating privilege for 1 year. If you are convicted in court for driving while under the influence, you may also receive a greater sentence if you have refused to be tested. Furthermore, you will be charged with aggravated DWI, which you know. With that in mind, do you want to submit to a breath test?
No, sir.
Do turn around this way. Open your mouth. Lift your tongue. Nothing in your mouth. It's now 12:06. Okay. And I'll take the phone from you. and then we'll call your sergeant. I gotta call my lieutenants anyway.
Officer Jordan was eventually charged with driving under the influence. He was placed on administrative leave following an internal investigation. Surprisingly, this wasn't the last time cops were caught drunk on duty. On May 3rd, 2024, Detective Victor Montalvo was driving his SUV when he just crashed it into his colleague's marked car. The detective had had a little too much to drink as he got out of the car and drew his gun from his waistband.
Secure that. Gotcha.
And can you confirm if it is the correct street from
Just stand there. I got you. You okay? Okay. I want you to sit up for me. I want you to pull over here and I want you to sit against the wall.
Verify the ETA so I can update it with fire. Is it still in one lane or is it on 2 Street?
However, multiple officers arrived on the spot as they tried to take Victor away. One of the officers took his gun away, and he was made to sit on the side of the road.
I don't have my handheld. My car.
The detective ultimately confessed to the officers about drinking a little too much. He was eventually arrested and taken to the police station.
They were doing I guess working the road.
Who he hit?
Hit him.
You okay?
And this is
Okay, stay here, girl. We gotta take our 39. Got it?
He was given 2 criminal citations and pleaded not guilty to both. Eventually, he was relieved from duty by the Miami-Dade Police Department. If you think this detective was embarrassing, wait until you see the next one.
I can't go to the jet.
No! On January 23rd, 2017, a couple of police officers were on their routine patrol when they observed a driver sleeping inside his car. Soon, the cops went over to inquire about this situation.
He's breathing. I said he's breathing. I don't know. He's breathing. See if the door's unlocked. All right. Police! Open the window. Open the window. Sir, open the window. Open the window.
The cops later discovered the person inside the car was an East Cleveland police detective, Joe March. Instead of complying with the officer's commands, he did something idiotic.
Stop! 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 I can't reach. Stop now! Hey, open the door. I can't go get the switch yet.
No! No!
No! No!
Put your
Police
hands
department,
up.
stop!
Put your hands up!
The cop had no other option but to break his window. However, he kept resisting and made matters tough for himself. It's beyond understanding why a law enforcement officer would behave this way with his fellow cops.
Right now! Put your hands up! Put your hands up! Put your hands up! The doors are open. Keep them up! Keep them up now! Pull them out!
Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Pull them out!
Get out of the car, I'm gonna tase you.
Fortunately, the officer swiftly resolved the troubling situation by handcuffing the detective, who was completely impaired.
Do you have any weapons on you, sir?
Copy 14.
I couldn't get into that window for nothing. I couldn't. It would not break.
Gun. Who do you work for?
What's going on with you? Why you give my partners a hard time? Who are you working for? Who you work for? Can you tell me who you work for, man?
Is this your work car?
Oh. Put me to.
All right, you're under arrest for operating a vehicle under the influence.
After making the arrest, the cops went over to search his vehicle, and they were shocked to discover a loaded automatic gun inside. It's terrifying to imagine what might have gone wrong if the cops didn't act on time.
So, this guy just started yesterday. Did he? Yeah.
What's going on? What's your name, bro? My name's Truso. Brad. What's your name? So that's what we're gonna do.
Somebody gets
What do you?
your
I,
attention.
come up with something else? Dog shit. That's why residents need to pick up their dog shit. If I stepped in, I'd be really upset. It's okay.
Did you get it against him?
Oh, I stepped in it, yep.
You always step in it.
Always.
Alright, I'm gonna try to put it.
Oh, I'm gonna be really mad.
Oh, no, that's a leaf.
Show.
That's a leaf. Alright.
Always get it.
You
I'm
guys
gonna
got
walk over
Garrison,
there.
somebody else at
Yeah,
Station
that's
2?
fine. Are you okay with that? What do you think?
Yeah, I'm absolutely good with
All
that.
right, so then tell them to come to the station,
I will.
and then go from there. Go from there.
Eventually, he was transported to the police station, where he had to undergo a breath test. Despite the detective's continued sense of entitlement, the officers maintained their respectful demeanor.
Calm down.
Calm.
All right.
You mean calm down?
We're gonna be calm, dude. Yeah. Come on, don't go. You know, easy on me, please. All right. name's Officer Trusso. You can call me Vince, okay? I'm OIC tonight. Alright? I'm gonna uncuff you. Joe, no problems, right? Oh. Man to man.
You fucking kidding me?
Listen to me, man, okay? I want you to stand up and I'll uncuff you, okay? I know,
see.
I know.
You see.
We know that now. Listen, you won't pull and drive. They'd have bust the windows out and everything.
They bust the windows out in the car?
Relax. Let me explain everything. Hold on. Chill. Okay? Alright, here's what's happening right now. You're being arrested for the OVI. You put my partners in a bad position. Okay?
Bro, I shouldn't be arrested for anything.
Listen. Well, you put them in a position. Then you start resisting.
I didn't resist anything.
Okay, listen.
I didn't resist
All right,
anything.
well, this is what we're doing. We're having some of your teammates are coming to pick the car up and everything. Joe.
Okay.
Listen,
Right.
with due respect, sir. Listen to me. I'm going to give you respect.
All right.
Listen to
Please
me.
do.
You're wasted. You sit down.
Listen.
Sit down. Sit down.
Listen.
Sit down, Joe.
Hey,
Joe,
how about
sit
that?
down. I know.
How about that?
Sit down. I understand that. Right. I can't drive around drunk and my weapon on me. We shouldn't be able to do that, sir. On top of it, you have all your turnout gear, your kit in the back.
Despite his resistance, he was getting special treatment from the officers because of his position.
But you put my teammates in a bad position. And I
How
get
do I
it.
put your guys in a bad position?
Joe, you were passed out on the side of the street, sir.
Okay.
You were passed out
So-
over there. Listen.
so-
Go ahead.
so-
Go ahead. You can talk.
No, go ahead.
You were passed out on the side of the street. My partner had to freaking knock on the window several times. You put it in park and went to drive away. And I know for a fact the way you're handling yourself right now, if this was EC and someone did that to you, you'd be doing the same fucking thing, sir.
You know what?
You know I'm right.
You know what? I'll
right?
tell you what. I'll tell you what.
You're starting to smirk because you know I'm right.
No, I'll tell you what. I probably would.
I know. I
probably
know.
would. I probably would. But I would not jam up one of your guys.
What am I supposed to do?
You're jamming me up.
I'm not jamming you up.
Yes, you
I'm
are.
processing you and having your teammates come and get you.
Jamming me up, bro.
I'm not.
Jamming
Calm
me
down.
up.
The detective was still being difficult, but the officers never gave him any problems. At this point, any other ordinary citizen would have been behind bars, or at least handcuffed.
I'll tell you what. One day.
Don't fucking threaten me, dude.
No, I'm not. I'm not
Okay.
threatening you.
I don't fucking want to do this,
Well,
man. But
I'm threatening. Now I'm
don't
threatening.
fucking listen.
Come on,
I don't
man.
want to fucking. I
Hopefully
don't.
there's cameras.
Yes, there is cameras.
Oh, thank goodness.
All right.
Thank
I
goodness.
don't want to do
I'm
this,
not
but
threatening
I don't want to do this.
I'm not threatening
Okay?
you at all. Get the fuck out of here. Come on, man. Fuck out of here. Be a fucking man.
Okay.
However, slowly the detective started to feel better as the officer escorted him away from the interrogation room.
No good. I want a boss.
Fair enough, man.
I want Scott.
Is that done? You alright?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
For me.
I guess they said they were going to let you come with me.
Uh,
You want to come here?
I want Scott here. One of my bosses.
Okay. Alright, yeah, Don said just coming back to the station with us. Yeah, we can talk there.
Listen, I'm getting charged with DUI.
Okay.
I'm not all over that. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
I'm on my boss here.
Okay.
That's fine.
I understand. They said
Yeah.
they said you've been being cool with them. You know, they were just gonna let me take you in your car back to the barn.
Joe, I want my boss here.
Okay. Alright, let me call them up and see if we can get them down here, okay?
No, not done that.
This detective was insane, but you'll be shocked to see how this sergeant was arrested by her juniors.
Come out the car.
Me?
Come out the car.
Go ahead.
Are you serious?
I'm good.
Are you serious?
I'm good.
Come to the back of the car.
As an officer approached the vehicle, he instructed the visibly flustered driver to step out. However, when the driver came out, the officer's expression quickly turned to disappointment.
Are you serious, Sarge? Really? You see how you're driving?
I have a friend with me.
Hey Gomez, you on?
It turned out to be a colleague from work, Sergeant Andrea Smith. It was evident that she was intoxicated as she mumbled incoherently and even claimed to have a friend with her in the vehicle despite being alone.
Give me a note too, please. Stay in the back of the car, please. Hold on. Sarge, come out the car. Come out the car. Stay standing outside the car. Stay right here. Sarge, stay right here.
The arresting officer returned to his cruiser momentarily. When he came back, he found that Sergeant Smith had gotten back into her vehicle. He then asked her to step out once more.
Smith. All right, gonna be performing some field sobriety testing today, okay? Are you willing to take these tests?
Absolutely.
Are you wearing any contacts?
No.
No? Okay, so what about your shoes? Would you like to take your shoes off?
Yeah.
No? Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come over here. Any injuries or anything like that? No? All right, so first thing we're gonna do, I need you to, huh? Oh, hold on, I'll be back.
Another officer arrived on the scene and informed Sergeant Smith that she would need to perform a field sobriety test. She consented, but the officer could not proceed with the test because someone called for his attention.
Smith,
So I mean, you was starting sobriety test. You started sobriety test because the sergeant told you not to.
Yes, they advised me that Miramar is coming to take over.
Okay.
I mean, I started and now.
So in the middle of the sobriety test, it told you no, right?
Yeah, he told me to stop. My sergeant told me to stop. So.
Conflict of interest?
I don't know. Okay. I don't know. He told me to stop, and I'm just advising you that Miramar is coming to take over.
Okay.
All right.
No problem.
All right.
It turned out that the officer's sergeant had instructed him not to conduct the test and to let Miramar take over instead. Sergeant Smith appeared dissatisfied with this decision.
I still gotta write this shit up.
My phone is
Don't hurry about.
That's
gonna be totally up.
The special team eventually arrived on the scene, cuffing the intoxicated sergeant. During the questioning, she was barely able to form coherent sentences.
Is your badge in there? Where's your license on? Any female, is it in your purse? No. Just put it in the car and fucking... Somebody you want to give your jewelry and stuff? License? The sergeant just asked you. I'm the sergeant too. Okay. Gio.
I don't know if I got my license. I got my number for you. You need my number?
You have a police badge or police ID? Oh,
My drawing home.
Krisha.
As the officers continued to question her, Sergeant Smith became verbally combative and refused to cooperate. She even attempted to assert her authority by giving orders to the arresting officer.
Holloway. So she refused everything? Okay. I didn't ask you for the drug test yet? Okay. But she probably gonna refuse that as well. Yeah, she refused. Someone said over here that you were shaking. You want to see? Listen.
The team had yet to conduct the field sobriety test, but they anticipated that Sergeant Smith would likely be uncooperative.
Treat me like this, like an animal? My own people? Over me? I'm a suit I'm gonna expose all that.
The DUI officer was taken into custody, and while being transported to jail in a police cruiser, she was caught on camera threatening to sue the department and expose them. The sergeant faced 2 charges and was relieved of her duty. However, her lawyer argued that the actions taken against her were retaliatory, claiming she was being punished for being a whistleblower. The officers upheld the law, even though the perpetrator was a colleague and a superior at that.
So what's the unlawful act?
Right now, it came in as a suspicious
Okay,
person.
and what statute is suspicious?
It has nothing to do with it.
Yes, it does. What's the law?
To determine what's going on. So all
I'm taking
asking is
pictures in
identify
public.
Who you are. You're telling me you're doing something.
Okay.
That's fine, but I need to verify who you are.
No, you don't.
So in the event that something turns into something, I at least can say, all right, I went out and I spoke with this person. You're making this more difficult than it needs to be.
In January 2019, a Jersey cop attempted to violate a journalist's First Amendment rights. Little did the lawless cop know that this routine activity of his would lead to him getting an embarrassing schooling.
Working on a story for the township?
You're working on a story for the township.
Well, about the township for me.
For you?
Yes.
What are you making, a documentary?
It's a news story.
Story?
Yeah.
The police officer stopped the civilian, who was recording a video of a public building, and began questioning him as if he were a suspect.
You have ID?
I always have ID.
Okay, can you provide that?
No.
You can do whatever you want, but just need to identify who you are.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
I do, sir.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
And what law is that?
Well, it came in as a suspicious person. Anytime we investigate as to somebody calling it about suspicious, we need to at least identify who it is we spoke to. You're not in trouble in any way, shape, or form.
Okay, then I don't need to give ID.
Well, you do.
What law is that?
To know who you are.
Shortly after, the officer made his motive clear by demanding the man's identification and claiming to have received a call about a suspicious person in the neighborhood. However, the man refused to provide his ID and questioned the officer's justification.
What law is
If I'm
that?
investigating a crime, it's actually called obstruction if you fail to provide
Wrong.
documentation. No, it's
Quote that statute. Quote obstruction. Apparently you don't.
Sir, look, I'm not looking.
I have to commit an unlawful act and prevent you from performing your unlawful duty to be in violation of obstruction.
Noticing that the man remained unyielding, the officer warned that if the journalist continued to refuse cooperation, he could face charges of obstruction. But being fully aware of his rights, the civilian still did not budge.
Currently, right now,
So what's the unlawful act?
Right now, it came in as a suspicious person.
and what statute is suspicious?
It has nothing to do with it.
Yes, it does. What's the law?
To determine what's going on. So all
I'm taking
asking is
pictures in public.
identify who you are. You're telling me you're doing something.
Okay.
That's fine, but I need to verify who you are.
No, you don't.
So in the event that something turns into something, I at least can say, all right, I went out and I spoke with this person. You're making this more difficult than it needs to be.
No, you are.
Not really.
You can come out and say, good morning, sir, how you doing? Taking pictures, enjoying your First Amendment right to take pictures in public?
What was the first thing that I said to you today?
What are you doing?
I said, no. I said, how are you, sir?
Okay, how are you?
Did I not say that to
Yeah,
you?
you did.
So you just asked me, what did I do? And I already told you what I said.
Okay.
I said, how are you? And I said, what are we doing? And you told me what you're doing. And I said,
that's
that's
it.
fine. And I explained to you why I need documentation from you, just to verify who you are.
The man questioned the officer, hoping to understand what he had done wrong, but the officer was unable to provide a lawful justification for his actions.
Okay, but you don't need to verify who I am.
I unfortunately do. Yes.
No, I have the right to privacy in public.
You do, to a certain degree.
Yeah, and this is within that degree.
Yes.
Yes.
But again, if we're investigating it for suspicious because somebody called it in, it's not like we just...
It doesn't matter if somebody called it in.
Yes, it does.
Okay, so if you're outside on your property mowing your lawn and somebody says you're suspicious and the police come by, you have to give them your ID?
To verify that you live there, yeah.
No, you don't.
Yes,
it's
you
your
do.
property. Entitled to follow the law.
Which is this person.
Okay.
We just need to verify who you are and identify who you are.
And what statute is suspicious? What law am I breaking?
Sir, I'm not. I already went over this with you. I don't need to go.
And you
into
haven't
detail.
justified yourself yet.
I do. And listen, again, if
Okay,
you fail
well,
to provide your documentation, you can be placed under arrest for obstruction.
You think so?
Documentation. Otherwise, you are going to be placed under arrest for obstruction.
Despite the journalist's claim to be exercising his First Amendment rights and right to privacy, the officer insisted that he had been identified as a suspicious person and threatened to arrest him.
I do not have identification on me.
Well, so then you lied to me because when I first asked you if you had identification on you, you told me yes, I do.
Oh, I have fingerprints and retinas.
No, that's incorrect. I asked you, do you have documentation? Do you have identification?
I do not.
You can go back into your video recorder and you can verify. Do you have ID?
I always have ID.
Okay, can you provide that?
No.
Okay, so who are you then? Because we're going to have to verify who you are.
I'm not going to answer any questions.
Here's the other problem. Now you lied to me, so now I have a concern as to whether you're being truthful and honest with me. Do you understand?
Okay, well, you're not being truthful and honest with me because you haven't quoted the law yet. Then I'm required to show you
I
ID.
already explained to you what I need to
Supervisor.
do. If you fail to, there's actually a supervisor right there.
Okay.
As the confrontation grew heated, the civilian contradicted himself by claiming he had no identification, which the officer immediately pointed out. At that point, the man called for a supervisor.
And I don't need to have a supervisor anyway because I asked you for who you are.
Well, I'm asking for a supervisor. I did not lie about who I am.
I explained to you what happens if you fail to provide documentation. Now, if I find out you're lying to me, now you could be charged with hindering.
Do we have a sergeant?
Giving failed documentation.
No.
You have two sergeants, right?
Two? Okay.
What's going on? So what is your name and what is your information?
I'm not answering any questions. Personal information.
Okay, well then you're going to be placed under arrest for obstruction.
And what law is that,
sir?
Sergeant?
He doesn't need to explain it to you.
Well, he does actually. He actually does.
Just hold on a second.
So let's find out.
Can I just ask you what you're doing here?
Yes, sir. I'm in public taking pictures of a public building, expressing my First Amendment right to freedom of press. I'm here to actually file a complaint.
Okay. You have that right. You have all those rights. You just
Thank you. Well, he appears to tell me that I don't.
Believing he had sufficient cause for an arrest, the agitated officer was about to charge the man with hindering. However, the supervisor intervened, making inquiries about why the civilian was there.
Just so you know, there are areas of this building that are posted.
Absolutely.
Off limits.
Yep, like the back of that parking lot there. It says restricted area. You can't go back there.
Areas or video those areas.
Absolutely.
Other than that, if you want to walk around with your camera, you can walk around with your camera.
And I don't need to show ID to do that.
You don't have to show ID right now.
The supervisor confirmed that the man was within his rights and did not need to show identification as long as he stayed out of restricted or private areas.
All right, sir?
How's that?
Well, that's incorrect, actually, in that respect.
Oh, is it? Is it? So your sergeant's wrong. So your sergeant's wrong? So your sergeant's...
We're not going to get to the argument here. So we're all
Because
set, right?
I was just threatened with arrest for not providing identification. It's a violation of the Fourth Amendment.
All right, sir. But now we're clear on what's going on, right?
Is he?
Are we all clear?
Is he clear? Because I'm clear and you're clear.
Everybody here is clear, sir.
Very good, sir. Thank you.
Continue what you're doing.
I appreciate your help.
All right? You have a good day.
You too.
All right?
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right?
Have a nice day, officer.
You too, sir.
Hope you learned something today.
The grumpy officer appeared visibly embarrassed upon hearing his supervisor's verdict and even argued that the supervisor was wrong. However, the supervisor promptly intervened and put an end to the argument.
And there they are, trying to figure out where I parked.
The civilian savored every moment, recording the officers, and at one point, he was even surrounded by 5 of them. To rub the shame in, he went back to the officers and asked the grumpy officer for his identification. The supervisor, well-versed in the law, intervened to prevent a potential lawsuit at the scene. In the last case for today, it seems that these security men might have never heard that civilians also have rights.
It's all on camera. I can run it back. It's all on camera. You'll see it on YouTube later, I promise. I'm allowed to do what I do. Y'all have to understand that while in public, you can be filmed. There's no expectation of privacy at all, buddy. At all.
In January 2020, this civilian was filming outside the Odell Oil Company in Belton, South Carolina, when he noticed a sign on the company's fence.
So today we are in Belton, South Carolina at the Odell Oil Company. This is where we are here. Look at that. Photographing or otherwise recording this facility is, or its operations is prohibited.
Continuing his tour, he noticed a similar restriction on the net fence, but knew that he was within his rights, so he kept on filming anyway.
Look at that. You gotta love that. Let's go see this sign here. This sign here says the same thing. That sign says the exact same thing. Access to this facility is limited. Photographing or otherwise recording. That's an interesting statement. We'll see how that goes.
The man was still filming the property when 2 individuals came out of a building on the premises to confront him.
So they don't have anything about recording here on this fence here. It's a visitor parking, it's back down that way. But they don't say anything about recording this property. They got something about Homeland Security on there. So you would think that they would know. I would hope they would. But again, we are down here in Belton, South Carolina. Oh, we got some interested people coming out here now, y'all. Look at them. I can't hear you. The whole facility? Well, both of them really. Get some information on them. I'm sorry, brother. I can't hear you. A whole lot of information, honestly. A whole lot of it. Visitor parking is back along the side here, or is it in the gate on the side? Say what? We can't just give out our information. Oh, no. I didn't have any questions about it towards y'all. I can kind of find out what I need out this way.
The two men, identifying themselves as operators, informed the man that he could not gather private details and threatened to call the police.
Who are you?
I'm an operator here.
Operator here, what's your name?
So that's irrelevant.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Cav, your name? Okay, I was just asking.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Unfazed, the man encouraged them to proceed and call the cops. The men, who say they are operators of the company, refuse to tell the man their names when asked and proceed to call the police on him. But their threat didn't bother the man at all.
Yeah, inside the fence is.
Yeah, what you need pictures for?
You said what I need pictures for? Well, I can't say it right now because it's not published. But you can call the people, that's fine.
One of the operators asked why the man needed pictures of private property, but the man refused to reveal his reason.
So he didn't want to give his name. But we're here. And they say it's private property, but that is a public utility right here and there. But they're going. So y'all stay tuned, please. So they decided to send somebody out here to talk to me, right? It's actually about to start raining. I wonder if he's gonna get out the vehicle. Come on, don't waste the trip. If you're gonna get out the car, come talk to me. You come on. You can come here. These guys completely, it's finna start raining, which is the crazy part. So I'm actually going to get soaking wet. But I'm in Belton, South Carolina at the oil company on a road here, 33 feet from the center line of the road. I have their property line in my phone, and there are public utilities all right here. Some are in their property, some are right here, which is outside of the fence, and their trespassing signs are on the fence, which is beyond me. It's very beyond me. And he's just sitting here. If you turn it sideways, you get a better picture. If you turn your phone sideways, you get a better picture. Hey, buddy, if you turn it sideways, you get a better picture. Let's go talk to him. And then here comes his buddy down here in the truck. Yeah, that's his buddy right there. They're all curious.
The man is rather excited about them calling the cops and continues filming, telling them that he'd continue his tour until the officers came around. The man clarified on camera that he was on private property, but asserted his right to film due to the presence of public utilities in the area. Shortly after, they sent someone in a car to monitor him.
Okay, but I'm trying to figure out where y'all to follow me. It's like nobody here understands the rights that I have granted to me under the First Amendment. That's what's crazy. You know, this is all public property right here.
No, this is state property.
Which is public. State property is tax funded, which makes it public.
What are you trying to do?
So my tax dollars, your tax dollars pay for it.
I mean, it's suspicious and record it and all in, so.
I mean, that's fine. And again, I told the people over here to call the police, that's fine. I don't mind talking to them. But you see that public utility right there? If I want to walk all the way to that pole and record this property, I can because the city put that there. So that city property is public. I don't mean anybody no harm.
Someone finally came outside the fence to confront the man again. Arriving in a white Ford truck, the new man claimed that filming outside their property was suspicious and began taking pictures of him.
What's your intentions?
Huh?
Can I ask you what your intentions are?
My intentions is, I just want, again, I don't see these every day, so I stopped to take pictures of all these big oil wells here because I don't see them every day. But it's like people are freaking out about it over a camera.
Well, it's kind of a touchy.
But y'all have cameras all over y'all facility.
Oh, we do.
So how is my camera any different than your camera? It isn't different, right? I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just trying to spread education. That's all. If I can film, so can you film, and y'all cameras are rolling in there. There's no hurt, harm, or danger done here. None at all. I see all your prior notice about trespassing. I haven't breached not one of them signs. 33 feet from the center line of the road is public property. And I also have the GIS survey of y'all's property line. I don't plan on coming on y'all property at all.
Can I ask your name?
I'm not giving that out. If the police officer want to come talk to me, I'll give him my name, maybe.
Okay.
But if y'all are gonna call him again, I'm not gonna leave. I'll stand right here because I don't mind talking to him. Are they on the way?
Not.
Oh, well, again, I mean, if y'all want to call him, I'm totally okay with that, brother. I have no problem with that. At all. I'd be more than glad to talk to him.
Okay.
Thank you for coming out. Thank you. So this is the guy that we just talked to. And he is following me now. This is what he's doing. So we're going to get his license plate and publish that, since he wants to be a butthole. This is also him in his vehicle.
The man points out to the company employee that none of them understood the First Amendment rights of U.S. citizens and goes on to lay it out for him. While being filmed, the employee asks for the man's intention, and he tells him why he was there and how he did not understand why they were shaky. So the employee left, or so he thought, as he spotted the man following him.
Hey, did they call you out here? They did. They did? Along this public easement here? And I was taking pictures this way, that way, and back here, and they freaked out. They completely freaked out about it. And they was like, well, I'm gonna call the police. I said, that's fine. I don't mind talking because there's no crime being committed here.
Finally, Officer Parker from the Anderson County Sheriff's Department arrived on the scene, and the man explained the earlier events to him.
Hey, come over here, buddy. Yeah, you. Come here, please. I just need you to inform him of the First Amendment, that I'm allowed to record here in public, and I can be on my way. That's all I need from you, Officer Parker. Yep. Can you please just inform him of my rights through the First Amendment, and I'm on my way. That's all I wanted. There's no hurt, harm, or danger done here. I was strictly filming. I'm sure y'all have been prompt on it because we sued Anderson a long time ago. I don't mean any hurt, harm, or danger by it, but these guys here completely freaked the hell out, and I don't know why. I just need him to be informed of my First Amendment right, and I can be on my way. I'm gonna come across the road because I got to get it on film that you told him for my protection. That's all. I told you I was coming back, buddy. I ain't want to be rude. I just want you to be informed and hear from someone else that I'm completely allowed to do what I'm doing.
So with him taking pictures, it's not a problem. Okay. If he goes on the property, kind of get a story.
We're just going to determine we're on high alert anyway, so we're just making sure. Can you ask me to put video of me?
I'm allowed to.
He then calls out to one of the men to come over and speak to the officer. Officer Parker explained to the employee that as long as the man filming was not on their property, he had the right to film and take pictures.
I'm about to tell you that so we can be cordial. The first time you saw me, and I was cordial. No, I told you that I'm allowed to do what I'm doing. It's all on camera. I can run it back. It's all on camera. You'll see it on YouTube later, I promise. I'm allowed to do what I do. That's all it is. And I wanted her to come tell you because I didn't want you to think I was being a jerk about it. It's completely legal. And y'all have to understand that while in public, you can be filmed. There's no expectation of privacy at all, buddy. At all. And she can attest to that. I tried to be cordial with you, but y'all wasted resources and called them out here for no reason at all. There's nothing you can do about it.
As long as he's not going behind the gate or anything.
Well, you walked in our driveway.
No, I didn't. I stayed on the sidewalk and you kept talking to me. I said I couldn't hear you and I came closer to hear you. It was a consensual conversation at that point, so please don't try to say I came to your property.
You was on the edge of our driveway here.
Because I couldn't hear you, which was then a consensual conversation that you engaged in. I came closer to hear you.
An employee informed the officer that the man's actions seemed suspicious and made them uncomfortable. They also requested that the officer instruct the man to stop recording, but that didn't happen.
I can't.
What can we do?
Build a brick wall.
If he goes behind the gate, we can put him on trespass from there. But as far as him being out here taking pictures, videoing, I can't do it.
Can't do anything about it. I tried to tell you that, but y'all wasted resources.
Good afternoon.
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing well, sir. How about you?
I'm all right, thank you. I'm David, by the way.
Hey, David.
Thank you.
Thanks, Adam.
It is. That's why I'm out here, actually. I'm about to go jump on my bike. I just tried to help these two gentlemen out here. And they didn't want to understand me, so they called this sweet officer right here
Yeah.
and wasted resources when they could have asked me the same question. And I gave them the same answer, but they didn't want to listen to me. So now they're on the internet looking like fools because I tried to tell them. And those weren't my intentions. I tried to walk away, but then I saw her pulling up, and I figured that they called and wasted her sweet time out here.
The officer emphasized that the man recording had not violated any laws and there was no legal basis for intervention. Another employee emerged and the cameraman, David, jokingly explained the situation to him as well.
I'm sorry you had to come out here, Officer Morgan.
You're fine. Just do me a favor, don't go behind the
Oh, I won't. I won't. And I told them I have their property line on my phone. I checked the GIS survey. As long as I'm well within public property, it's a public utility pole. There no trespassing prior notice starts on the other side of that fence. I have no plans of breaching their property at all. None.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for coming out, all right? It was a pleasure having you here. Fellas, I'm sorry about the misunderstanding, but at least now you understand, all right?
Do the same.
Thank y'all.
Well, that brings us to the end of this video. Today, we witnessed cases where corrupt cops were humbled and held accountable by their bosses. It's always satisfying to see officers receiving the same treatment they often dish out to others. Holding these tyrants accountable is crucial for improving law enforcement. If you agree with me, please consider showing your support by liking this video, and make sure to subscribe to stay informed about future cases like these. Also, if you enjoyed this video, check out the next video here.